In this video, we'll have a look at two separate condition statements. One will be conditional formatting, and the second will be the if function. So I'm going to get started off by explaining what I'm doing here. So it's a company called ABC Company that wants to create a little spreadsheet that will indicate whether that particular month is going to pay out a bonus or not. So the bonus is paid out based on their bonus target. Were the sales $3,000 or greater? So for example, January was 5,000, so that's greater. So the bonus was paid out. So you'd like to type in 100 in there. February was only 2,000, so that did not meet the objective. We're going to type in a 0. And March was 4,000. It was greater than 3,000, so let's type in 100. We could do this manually, but if the numbers change, for example, this became 2,000, well, you'd have to go back and change the bonus manually. So we want to avoid this by using the condition statement or the if function. So I'm going to go in and show you how to do that. Delete out my test data here, and let's get started. So let's just talk it through first before writing the function. So what I want to do is I want to display here if the value of sales here is equal to or greater than the target, I want to display $100 in B8. So in this case it's true. So let's write that in an if statement. So equals if bracket, and the little pop-up says here the logical test. The test was, is the sales greater than or equal to the 3,000 bonus target? So you can answer that question in your head. Is that true or false? And the answer is true. 5,000 is greater than or equal to that. Now both of these numbers, the B7 is a relative copy, but the B3 has to be an absolute because we're always referring back to B3. So you don't forget to push F4 to make that absolute. Put a comma. If that's true, how much do we want to display? Now we could just type in 100, but we might want to just use this 100 as a cell reference. And we're going to push F4 because we want that to be absolute as well. Now, if it was false, we're going to type in 0 because they made no money or no bonus. So we're going to, and that's going to end the condition statement. Close the bracket and press enter. You can see here that it calculated automatically that the 5,000 was greater than the 3,000, therefore took the 100 and put it in here. Now because we used absolute cell referencing, we can simply take this and copy it across. And the formula condition statement works without having to rewrite it. So the nice thing about this is if I go in and change my bonus targets now, if I change that to, let's say 5,000, and I increase my pay, my bonus pay to 300, the formula automatically calculates that this met the objective, so it displays 300, but the 4,000 now didn't meet the objective and doesn't display anything. So that's the power of using a condition statement. All right, let's have a look at conditional formatting. Conditional formatting is when a particular number is reached and you can change the actual font, color, and size. So what I'm going to do here is as these numbers change at the bottom, I want the font color to actually change. So I'm going to highlight these fonts, or sorry, highlight these cells and go into format and go down to conditional formatting. Now, you just have to answer these questions here. So the first one is the cell a formula or is it a value? So we're going to leave that as value. And we want these particular cells to say, is it greater than or equal to? So I want these cells to, if they're greater than or equal to what? So I'm going to say, are they greater than or equal to 4,000? If that's true, I'm going to set the format so that the font color changes to the color of money here, and we'll say OK. So you can see here it says if the cell value is greater than or equal to 4,000, change the color to green and click OK. And you can see here what happens is that if it's over 4,000, it changes the color to green. For example, this is 2,000, so it didn't change. But if I change this to, let's say, 5,000, Well, it calculated the bonus and it changed the color. So that's two examples of how you can use conditional format and a condition statement in Excel. See you in the next video.